You're listening to the Caramel Apples podcast, the apple snack that brings you a retro vibe, both crunchy and sweet. Have you ever found after watching a commercial jingle, you feel the need to get in your car to go get a certain product or snack? Not just because of what you heard, but because of what you saw. You know, that key component of advertising. Here's part 3 of Mascots with your hosts, Kennedy Rizzo and Cooper Lee. So here we are, ready to go. Part 3, week 3 of our conversation of mascots.
That's right.
We are primed and ready, and we hope your memories are too. But before we do get into that Carmelicious topic, be sure to subscribe. You can find us on YouTube. Visit our website, RetroTrekwithTheCaramelApples.com. You can find all the latest information about us there. Say hello to us on the socials. Hit us up with your memories. We love hearing about that. And before we move on, be sure to visit buymeacoffee.com/RetroTrekwithTheCaramelApples. And give us a shot of that Java. Our memory stores are going through the rigors right now, and we need some caffeine. So thanks a latte.
Yes. So here we are. We love this, talking about nostalgia, anything. And we have really been, this is attacking our head about the mascots from yesteryear.
Oh, yes. You know, and we ended on a note. We were talking about mascots that are used in insurance companies and stuff last
Oh, yeah.
conversation. And, you know, just tying that up a little bit. Do you remember the Geico Gecko?
Yeah, and I think he's one of those, I think either people love him or they hate him.
You know, and he is cute. And he has been around for quite some time. So you don't have to reach too far back to remember him because he's still very much around today.
He is, yes. Mm-hmm.
And it's interesting because the name, I wonder if the name was already kind of because of it, like, were they just doing word salad and they came up with, hey, you know, we got an animal that kind of sounds like this. Like, where did the name Geico even come from?
That'd be interesting.
Yeah, if you know any about that, let us know. You know, how did that name even come about? Because it does really go well with the little Geico guy, the little gecko. But I think he's cute. What about you?
Yeah, I think he's cute, and I like his little accent and everything.
Oh, 100%.
I think the same company actually used, just briefly, wasn't it like Cro-Magnon Men?
They did. Yes, they did. I forgot about that.
I was highly entertained by them too, because they'd be grunting and making faces. I like stupidity. I mean, it's like, that's right up my alley. So it's like, okay, that works.
Oh, yeah. They used it for quite some time.
They did.
Oh.
Speaking of other nuts, I mean, now, this lady, she's not a nut. I mean, I think they stage her as being quirky. She's okay. I don't dislike her, but I mean, like, it's just one of their commercials. She comes on, it's like, oh, okay, yawn, you know.
Right.
But she's the one laughing all the way to the bank, so she don't care if you like her or not.
You said it. Like and she is very synonymous with the company.
Yeah.
And it's interesting because now there's like, she's got her little comrades that are also becoming very synonymous with the company as well. But she's their number one.
That's right.
You know, she's the one who got it started for them. So now she's, like you said, laughing all the way to the bank, and they're starting to as well, I'm sure.
Yeah, and then we got another one that's pretty substantial in the commercial realm, and that's, I thought it was an ostrich, but he's actually an emu. And his buddy, Doug. But that one, they'll run those on a loop.
They will. And I love the fact that that's kind of a nostalgic themed duo as well, like with the little police car and the way that Doug's dressed. He reminds you of like a 70s cop or whatever. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
And of course, both of our favorite is it Mayhem?
Yes.
Yeah, he's absolutely ridiculously nuts. I love him. He's nuts.
He is. And he is doing exactly what he said. But it makes so much sense that that's his name because they're an insurance company, right? So they're all these people, they get in their advertising groups and they figure things out. They're like, what makes you think of this and that? So you can see why they do it.
Right. And I love it, and I do think that commercials, those are the ones, couple of the ones that actually stand out were like, not too bad.
Yeah.
But I do think that in this day and age, the current times, commercials aren't so memorable. They're just a bunch of noise.
Yeah. And like you said, things will get on a loop and you just kind of start to tune them out.
Yeah.
Because you're like, I can definitely be doing something else with my time versus listening to this. And I think that's just the vibe from this. I think most people do a lot of streaming these days.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And you will know what platform you're on because you'll keep hearing the same ones over and over again. So,
yawn.
And one of the drawbacks of streaming, but here we are bringing it for present day. It's a different vibe than what it was back in the day.
That's right.
Yeah, but one thing we don't tire of very easily are the pizza commercials.
Are all their songs about pizza?
There it is.
We'll take those pretty much anytime, all day, every day. No problem. Yes, you can eat with your eyes.
That's right. And again, like in part 2, we spoke about a couple of hamburger establishments that are pretty much worldwide.
Yeah.
Same with these pizza joints. They, started their marketing really cleverly back when we were younger, teenagers or whatever. And a couple of the mascots, one of them was the Noid. And he was like mayhem in the pizza world. Yes. He got beat up and smashed and ran in over. And
He did. And for good reason. He was annoying, right? The Noid was annoying. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, I can't remember if he started off as a claymation or if he started off kind of cartoony and then turned into claymation. I think he was that way, wasn't it? Didn't he end off being a clay?
Yeah, I think so. Which was kind of trending at the time in the 80s because, of a popular TV brand.
Yes.
That was using things like that with claymation. That was a kind of a big thing in the 80s, the late 80s.
Mm-hmm. And I think he kind of made a resurgence during the pandemic, if I'm not mistaken. I think he saw a little bit of live action again, and then I haven't seen him lately, but yeah. But they went back to a tried and true, it probably drummed up some memories for people being stuck inside and stuff to give you a little feel-good memory.
Yeah, and it's like, we said it in the last episode, it's a little more whitewashed now. It's just, it's like, okay, you go to that pizza place and it's just their name.
Yes.
They still have the actual in the background, but it's very like, blah, blah, blah. Nothing really pops out at you,
Yeah, and one of those places, as you mentioned, we talked about in our pizza episodes, was the guy from Little Caesars, right?
Oh, yeah.
That pizza was the bomb back in the day.
Pizza.
It was so good. Yes. He had a reason to be saying it too, like that. Because it was like, oh, give me some pizza, please. It was so good. And that's just completely not the same. We won't dwell on that, what used to be, but he's still around. You definitely still see the little pizza guy.
Yeah, I think so. In the commercials, if you do happen to catch one of their commercials.
Yeah. So it's pretty cool. And what's interesting about the pizza guys, the Noid, be it, or the Little Caesar guy. If I'm not mistaken, there was at least little plushies. But I think the Noid had like one that you could he was bendable, like one of those bendy, like the wire frame within the rubber. I can't think of what that's called. Those kind of
Oh,
toys.
I know what you're talking
Posables.
about. Yes, yes.
Yeah. And you know where you could find something like that back in the day. We're going to talk about Children's Palace for a minute.
Let's do that.
Because they had a little mascot that we loved.
Children's Palace, a super toy store and a whole lot more.
Yes. And they had a beautiful, beautiful display of a panda that was inviting you to come in that store and spend your hard-earned dollars.
Yes, yes. I think we made it to our Children's Palace because, we've been from the cornfield our whole life. So we had one that was kind of close, but not something we were going to go to weekly or anything like that. We generally got our toys from local stores and stuff. It was a very special time that we went to Children's Palace. I believe it was once. Do you remember that?
Yes, yes.
It was a big group of us that went over there, and our mama, she made sure that we were able to get something special. All of us were going. The majority of us were not going to get a lot of toys.
No, 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 no! No, please! No!
Yeah,
Let's just say that.
she was sweet like that, because,
Yeah,
we didn't really have a lot, but, she did think of things, innovative ways to keep us feeling like we could enjoy pieces of our childhood.
absolutely. And, when you come out and you have one special gift versus if you had the money to go there on a monthly basis or anytime you said, hey, we want this or that, and boom, it's there in your lap. I mean, I don't think it would be as memorable, and we can literally remember it because it was such a special occasion. And all the moms got together and went that day. So it was really cool. It was cool. Nice special memory.
It is.
But
Thank you
yeah.
for bringing that out.
And again, as we mentioned, the panda, we would love seeing his commercials. Again, very, very much right there running with your cartoons at the time. So we'd sing the jingle later on, and Mom was probably like, oh, here we go.
Yeah, much to her chagrin.
But yeah, like they knew how to strike a chord. Those jingles, they'd be short and sweet. And yeah, it was really cool. The branding is just something else. It was next level back then.
Yeah, because that's what you remember when when you sit down and watch TV, you would see the characters and you would recognize them first before the actual product.
That's it. That's
Um,
it. 100%.
we'd already talked about, some of the breakfast cereals. We actually did a whole show on that, but, we mentioned it in a couple episodes ago about breakfast cereals in the 70s and 80s. You could even say the 60s because boomers, I'm sure that they had a lot of those commercials were directed to them too, but
Oh yeah.
just three more mascots that we thought of off the top of our heads. Of course, who doesn't know about Tony the Tiger?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's gone through a lot of different morphs. He's still always been Tony the Tiger, but he's been plushy, he's been cartoony. I think he's been definitely computer generated. Yeah, he's gone through all the different forms of media, you know, since he's been around. So,
That's right. And his actually Frosted Flakes still taste bomb diggity. They're good.
yes.
There's also the three bakers or whatever, not to be confused with the Keebler elves, but this was other chefs, Snap, Crackle, and Pop
Yes.
for Rice Krispies, which, still pretty decent. And you can make and bake other treats with that specific cereal type. But
Oh my goodness, yes.
Coop always likes colorful things, so she was like, "Oh yeah, don't forget about Toucan Sam," with Fruit Loops.
Yes, again, that was one of those that we didn't get very often, but off on off chance that you did, completely loved the Fruit Loops. Completely loved it. And I know he had a little jingle. Because I think he would float through the air, kind of following the aroma of the Fruit Loops, wherever they were.
He did.
I can't think of the jingle to save my life at this moment.
Oh,
Wow.
it almost came to me, yeah. But it ain't.
We're getting old. We're getting old.
We'll have to, if we can get it, we'll give it to you on the next round.
Yeah. But something, just to wrap this up with a nice floral, or not floral, we'll go with fruity, actually, flavorful gem from our retro childhood would definitely be the Kool-Aid Man.
Oh yeah, let's talk about that bubble.
Oh my gosh. Totally. Like, it is hilarious because you think of Kool-Aid Man, right? That's the part that you actually remember as him, right? You'd see him in the commercial, but the fact that they would call him to come busting through walls. Oh my goodness. I have seen, and it's not even like, I have seen some where he comes falling through walls and he loses his little his ice cubes on top.
He's serious for the cause.
Oh, he is. He showed up, but showed out. Wow, it's like poor little guy. But yes, Kool-Aid Man. He's been around for some time. Like you said, he's probably even one for the boomers. Maybe.
Yeah. Yeah. He's like, these kids are thirsty.
That's it. And Kool-Aid, that brand, man, it has stood the test of time. It has made it into movies. There was a show not long ago that was actually trying to make a movie about Kool-Aid Man.
Are you kidding?
No. Yeah, it's like, it's funny. It's like, wow. He has got some staying power for sure.
That is nutty.
Yeah. So, oh yeah, Kool-Aid Man. Uh, and they had all kinds of flavors and stuff. Like, they pretty much had anything to suit your palate. They've had sugar-free. Like, I think it's pretty much around still. I truthfully haven't looked for it, but I'm pretty sure it's still around.
Okay. Okay. What's your favorite flavor since we're talking about Kool-Aid?
I would definitely have to. There's going to be 3 that I would say.
Okay.
Grape, orange, and strawberry.
Okay. Okay. I like cherry.
Yeah, you like cherry.
Yeah, cherry is good. And since we're talking about this, real quick, remember, because everything always goes in waves. The little Hawaiian Punch, that was a competitor.
Oh yeah, full on, absolutely.
And had that little guy with his little straw hat or whatever.
Yeah. Did he have a name?
He probably did. He just popped into my head, so I can't. Yeah, that's you smell the smoke on that one. This brain's fried. Sorry, that's just what it is. Like you're like, I know, mine too.
Calling Smokey the Bear, right? Okay.
All right. But I don't remember a mascot for this one, but remember High C?
I do remember High C.
Mm.
Yeah.
And like Sunny Delight and all that stuff. So like, there was always, famous and popular drinks back then, but the Kool-Aid man, he stands out above the rest, except for the little Hawaiian punch guy, but
Completely, yeah. And it really, like, they were simpler back then.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't even have to really stretch to remember them. The mascot thing, that's huge. And
Yeah,
they're
and
still
we'll have
doing
to
it.
do a discussion one of these times about how actually using live action characters or 3D crafted characters, everything's CG now.
Yeah.
And it's even progressed beyond that. So we might have to have a dedicated discussion about that. But I do like, especially in movies and TV and commercials, I do like and appreciate the actual tangible mascots or visually appealing mascots that they used in yesteryear.
Oh, sure, absolutely. And when they are visible and tangible like that, good description. When you see them out and around, you can get pictures with them and stuff.
That's
I'll
right.
take you back.
Which is going to be in our next discussion of mascots because, like, this is still something with these ones we'll bring up. So it's like, it'll make your imaginations explode.
That's it. That's it for this week's Apple Snack on mascots. Next up, part 4. But there's way, way more where that came from. Stay tuned. These caramel apples aren't likely to be done with this conversation. See you on the other side.